So the GOAT multi-tool has been an excellent multi-tool except for one huge major flaw, the wire cutters. Now, as I mentioned before on this tool, if we look at the wire cutters as they were originally right here, I can't really even cut through this wire. So to illustrate how bad the original wire cutters were, so this is a $20 pair of multi-tools from like off of Amazon, and it sounds sandy, awful, but the wire cutters don't really have that much of a problem at all with this wire. So I would expect this $120 multi-tool to, react similarly. So what happened on this GOAT multi-tool was that there was not enough room on the frame for the wire to cut. So essentially these wire cutters were slamming into the wire and the wire had nowhere to go. And so what one of the subscribers to the channel, Andrew, had come up with, and I'll put a link to his video where he comes up with this, he actually came up with a method of removing metal here at the bottom and thereby allowing these cutters to cut. So again, this is the original cutters at the top right here. I mean, I can't basically do anything. Now here at the bottom is where I remove metal. And so it doesn't always do perfectly, but there we go. And so you can cut wire all day long now that it has room. So that is pretty amazing. I mean, it is night and day, a huge difference. A huge, huge difference. So I think that is the fix. So let me show you how this looks with the cutters removed and just again go over some of the basic principles of how I think and why this really fixes the issues. So what you'll need is like a Dremel rather, and I just have the cheap Win version off of Amazon. I think the whole tool was like $20 or so. It's this tool right here, and this has really worked good. And then I just use one of these cheap little grinding bits that came in like a Walmart set. And what I did, so this was all up and down, this was straight, and so you take out just a little bit of metal. What I found is if this wire cannot go through the hole, it will not cut. So essentially it will cut any wire that fits in between there, but again, you need to widen that hole enough so whatever you want to cut, make sure there's a hole wide enough for that wire to cut. Now that's just what I think, and that seems to have worked. So again, that's not maybe a hard and fast theory, but it seems like that's what's working at the moment. So keep that in mind. And then it slipped and bit into the coating, so I went ahead and covered that up with permanent marker, but be very careful, take just little tiny bits at a time, take your time. I always rush my projects a little bit too much, but anyway, and so then I did take some metal off the back of some of mine, but I didn't really focus on that so much as removing the metal so that I was sure that there was enough clearance for these cutters to work. And as of right now, that seems to be essentially the whole issue with this, is that it just unfortunately needed more cutters, more clearance rather, for it to work. So I hope that helps, and I look forward to your comments and what you think about it. It does seem like a fairly easy fix, really, and it seems to work worlds better. I mean, just it's night and day, the difference. So hopefully that helps. And again, thank you, Andrew, for that fix, and I will see you in the next video.